Hey, Shalom Akim. This is Yabatazak coming back with another video, just going over the this whole Easter doctrine holiday that the majority of the Americans on the Western Hemisphere observe, ignorantly not knowing that it's a pagan holiday, and it's a very ancient, wicked holiday that was established by three individuals, mainly two. But it consists of Nimrod, Semiramis, and Tammuz. All right, and basically it's just gonna be a real quick, video, and just expound on certain things and just use a few scriptures. Basically, just cast down, strongholds, that are amongst Yasha'Allah, and Lord willing, it will break certain individual brothers that are destined to come into the fold away from the madness. This is Second Esdras chapter 10, verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of the Most High, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. All right, so this Easter is a stronghold amongst Yasha'Allah, Israel, the Negro Latinos and Native American Indians, and through the spirit of the word, all right, the word of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, we're going to cast that down, all right, through the knowledge of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay, basically this article is was published in May 27, 2009, in amazingdiscoveries.org, and basically it just goes into, real quick, like a summary of where it all began and things of that nature, and how, and another thing, when you look up the word Easter, it goes back to the word Ishtar. Okay, Ishtar is equivalent to Semiramis. So all these deities from the generations through different nations, she always had different names. She's known as Queen of Heaven. All right, Asareth, Ishtar, Venus, Aphrodite, and things of that nature. This woman. Okay, so today, Salakia, what's the date today? April 16th, which is on a Sunday. So these people, you Negro Latinos and Native American Indians, y'all are worshiping a highly satanic entity, man. All right, and not realizing that Sunday itself is named after the sun. So this day in particular is the worshiping of the sun. All right, talking about the sun that's up in the heavens. All right, so and on top of that, y'all are worshiping a woman that existed thousands and thousands of years ago, an ancient wicked woman named Semiramis, which that word Easter links up with Semiramis. Easter has nothing to do with Yahweh Shai, who y'all ignorantly call Jesus Christ in the scriptures. Okay, when you find that word Passover in the book of Acts, I believe it's chapter 12, you go into the Greek, and it's gonna link right straight back to the Passover. So they put that word in there to be a stumbling block to you Negro Latinos and Native American Indians. Okay, but I'm going to go ahead and read a little bit of this. It says the pagan system of sun worship had three main aspects: the Father, Mother, and the Son, which goes into that Trinity doctrine. All right, it says in ancient Chaldean times, the Chaldeans lived over there. Today is known as Iraq, in the Mesopotamia area. Okay, it says these were the god Bel, or Merodach Ninus, the son who was also worshipped as Tammuz, and the female goddess Rai, who was also worshipped as Ishtar, Astarte, or Beltis. She was also referred to as the Queen of Heaven and the wrath subduer. Mary has received these same names in Catholicism. Okay, so it's very well documented that Mary and the son, her when she holds her child, that had nothing to do with Yahweh Shai, who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ in the scriptures. Okay, because the Bible condemns women being put up on a high pedestal and worshipped or admired in that sense. Okay, and there's various scriptures that prove that. So it says, continue on the reading. It says, mother and child worship was the basis. Was the basis of the ancient religions. In the various religions of the world, the same system of worship was perpetuated under different names. In Egypt, the mother and child were worshipped as Isis, Osiris, or Horus. You see? So they're basically letting us know that in different time frames and throughout history, this particular woman or this system of worship was always being pushed throughout the generations and from nation to nation unto this very point. Okay, which today a lot of the Latino tribes, the Northern Kingdom, and you so-called Negroes, you know, you Judites, you Benjamites, you West Indians, and you Levites, you Haitians, y'all worship and indulge in this wicked holiday. Okay, but y'all know him as Jesus Christ or Mary. Okay, and it says in India as I see, and Iswara, in China and Japan as the mother goddess Xingmu with child, in Greece as Ceres or Irene and Plutus, in Rome as Fortuna and Jupiter Perur as or Venus and Andorinus, and in Scandinavia as Frigga and Balder. The mother and child were worshipped in Babylon as Ishtar and Tammuz. So when you look up that word Easter, it goes back to the word Ishtar. So it goes all the way back to ancient Babylon, man. Okay, where it began with Nimrod building the tower up to heaven. All right, that's how ancient this holiday is, man. But before I continue to read, this is Luke chapter 11, verse 27. And it came to pass as he spake these things, a certain woman, talking about Yahweh Shai, was speaking. A certain woman of the company lifted up her voice and said unto him, blessed is the womb that bare thee, and the paps which thou hast sucked. And he said, talking about Yahweh Shai, is responding to her for making this comment. Yea, rather, blessed are they that hear the word of the Yahweh and keep it. So, who Yahweh Shai was conveying to us, the Spirit is conveying to us through the Spirit, is that blessed are they that do the will of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, but this woman that came up in the multitude in the company that followed after Yahweh Shai was making this comment because she was following over after that old doctrine, basically, you know. But Yahweh Shai cut that and condemned it. Okay, so that was just to prove that point on that. But going back to where I was reading, the mother and child were worshipped in Babylon as Ishtar and Tammuz, and in Phoenicia as Ashereth and Baal. Moreover, the child was worshipped as both husband and son of the mother goddess. Because when you read the story of Semiramis and Tammuz, Semiramis was the mother to Nimrod. Nimrod married his mother Semiramis, and supposedly, you know, she either had an illegitimate son, which was considered as an immaculate conception, where she was saying after Nimrod was put to death, that Nimrod, you know, basically, it was through a miracle that she was impregnated. She conceived a son, or, you know, a child was in her, and she was telling the people basically that it was the reincarnation of Nimrod, but his name was as Tammuz. So he played the role as the son and the father, basically. And you can do your own research on that. It says the male counterpart is a counterfeit of Jesus Christ. The biblical names used for Jesus were also used for the child in ancient religions. Zoroaster was referred to as a seed. Mithra, the Persian sun god, was referred to as a savior. Dionysus as the sin bearer. Bacchus as a branch. Vishnu as the victim man, and Osiris as the king of kings. And then it goes on to talk about the legend of Nimrod. It says the system of worship has its origin in the legend of Nimrod and his wife Semiramis. So that's the origin of all this. Okay, these pagan holidays, these holidays that America observes highly, it goes all the way back to this very time. Okay. It says Nimrod, the great grandson of Noah, rebelled against Yahweh like his father Cush. Eventually, Nimrod was put to death for his evil deeds, and according to the ancient patriarchal system, parts of his body were sent in various cities as a warning. So they killed Nimrod, they chopped him up, and they sent out they scattered his body parts everywhere. All right, let me read a scripture right here. 1 Timothy 4:1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils, speaking lies and hypocrisy, having their conscience seared with a hot iron. You see? So Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai warned us of these things and was guiding us into the right path on who to worship, which was Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai, the Father and the Son. All right? Not these deities, not these pagan holidays, observing these pagan holidays and things of that nature. Okay? It says his wife Semiramis fled, but spread the rumor that he had ascended to heaven, where he had become one with the Son. All right? When Semiramis later gave birth to a son, she claimed that it was the reincarnation of her defied husband, and that he had returned to save the human race. She was later defied as the mother of the sun god, and it was supposed she had ascended into heaven as a queen of heaven. In the various cultures throughout history and around the world, the same basic deities have been worshipped under different names. So you see, man, this is a very ancient pagan holiday. And you 2/3, or you Negro Latinos and Native American Indians out there that are still worshiping this holiday, you need to get out of it, man, because it's gonna destroy you. You need to cast off the works of sin, all right? And you gotta get out of this wicked mindset. You gotta separate yourselves from the world. Let me get a few more scriptures real quick. All right. This is Micah 2:10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. You see, you don't want to be destroyed because of some bullshit, that you shouldn't be getting yourself involved in. All right, you need to be circumspect and be obedient to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, the scriptures, and listen to the elders and the brothers, the Akim, that are preaching this word and teaching. All right, this is Ephesians chapter 2, verse 1. And you hath he quickened, who were dead in trespasses and sins. The word quicken means to make alive. All right, wherein in time past you walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience. You see, so this same spirit is still at work in 2017, man. All right, all going from all the way from ancient Babylon to this very time, that same spirit is still working in the air amongst certain individual people, and got them blinded and following after these customs, these traditions. All right, verse 3: among whom also we had our conversation in times past in the lust of our flesh, fulfilling the desires of the flesh and of the mind, and were by nature the children of wrath, even as others. You see, so you gotta get out of that, because if not, it's gonna destroy you with the sword of destruction, man. You gotta take heed to these warnings, man. Colossians 2:5: beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world and not after Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. Because it's very important that you get this word right now why the Most High is still able to be found. His son Yahweh Shai is able to be found. And take heed. Because these holidays will get you killed, man. These holidays will get you destroyed. Thus say Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. This is Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 1. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord power. Learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. You know, just like they said in this article I just read. The summary, basically, Semiramis went up into heaven, became the queen of heaven. So you got a lot of the northern kingdoms that they be worshiping Mary, Santa Guadalupe, Santa Maria, you know, not knowing that that deity is really going back to Semiramis, man, the queen of heaven. All right. And in particular today, they're all voluntarily indulging into wickedness, man. All right. They're worshiping the sun and the moon because Semiramis represents the moon. She's the moon goddess. All right. Ishtar is the moon goddess. All right. She represents of fertility, reproduction, but it's all on the left-hand side, wickedness, orgies, and things of that nature. Okay. It's not of nothing good. It's evil. But I'm going to go ahead and leave it with that, brothers and sisters. All praises and glory and honor go to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone that taught me this truth. Much love and respect to you brothers out there doing the work in sincerity and truth. Until next time, Shalom.